Let's be honest, 98% of my videos are positive videos about Dragonheir, but when you see something this atrocious, you have to say something about it. You can't put your head in the sand when it's this bad. The game has recently given a lot of people a free epic hero. I've got it right here, and then I went to check on my free-to-play account that I've been playing, and when I log over to that account, it is on the free-to-play account as well. It's an epic hero that if they gave us no hero, it would have been a better benefit to us to not get any hero whatsoever than to get this hero right here. And I'm going to show you the damage charts. I'm going to show you what happens with these heroes. And I'm going to go over right now and show you what's in Discord. Just from a few days ago from me posting in Discord. This guy's name is Isitarian, and he's been in here since beta just like this. Let's jump over to Discord so I can show you what I'm talking about. I had to make this video because just 3 days ago, I said something to the community managers about this. And I've said it, I don't know, every month since beta. I'm talking way back before global launch, 6 months before global launch. Let's just type in Isitarian. You see here in content creator chat where I say, please buff epic and rare rally heroes, give summons the ability to add debuffs and buffs, so summons are definitely more viable for us to play, increase the tick damage that poison does, the actual periodic damage that poison does, and since that's going to go up, lower the burst damage that the 3 legendary poison heroes do. And Jesus, fix buff Isitarian. This epic unit has been unplayable and reported as such since beta. This is from 4 days ago. And then they come out with this. Like, this just blows my mind. Obviously, I'm talking to the community managers, and we know information doesn't get back to the devs, or if it does, the devs just don't care. And then we have all of this happening right now with them giving us Isitarian as a gift, especially for new players. This is so bad for new players. Wasting your epic scrolls, wasting your resources to level up this hero. It's like they want to punish you. I don't even understand what is happening. This is why balancing is so important in games, and to not balance, to get this kind of feedback from content creators for like a year, and then to give everybody this hero a few days after I just posted my most recent post about this guy is crazy. That's because Isitarian is trash. Oh, really? Honestly, the worst hero in the game because he's this bad, this broken. Here it says that the pet does AoE damage, the basic attack. It does not do AoE damage at all. Also, he buffs the pet or he buffs himself. That's it. Gives the pet a buff to do more damage. That's great. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with that because we're doing a summon class. We're getting those summons some additional damage. This is a epic with a 3x3 damage. This should obviously be a cross section 1. It should be a little bit bigger. So he does 360% attack, and then the pet does 360% attack, which is basically a normal attack for anybody else inside Dragonheir. A normal attack. This pet has very low HP, very low defense, and this pet is not a ranged pet. Not that that would matter, because if we go into a dungeon or we go into higher Fey or anywhere, you take board-wide damage. This pet dies so quick, kind of like Guinevere. You remember when Drist came out? Guinevere would just fall over and die. We were really upset about it because Drist had no way to resummon her. And then they made her really tanky, but they still never gave us a way to resummon her. With this, you just have no way to resummon this pet. This pet comes out as soon as you zone in, and when this pet dies, that is it. Now, you're buffing yourself. Your pet's not there to do additional damage, which is not AoE. And then you're doing 360%, and that's it. And a 3x3. You are no longer getting that extra 360%, which does total up to 720, right? A normal ultimate attack for normal epics, rares, whoever, just a normal attack. So you can tell this pet dies, you just don't do any damage. This pet's alive, you still get a 3x3. You know, who uses summons anyways? Not a lot of people use summons because they don't do buffs, they don't do debuffs, they're just not reliable to use here. Nobody. We only use summons when we're forced to on a chief challenge or the in-game boss, and then we use our summons there to try to get some damage on those bosses. And that is it, because all the summons are that bad. We don't have any way to get things done that we need done. None of the dungeons we can use summons in because we have to put up debuffs. We have to block them from getting buffs. Going up through Fae, unless you're just gonna blow it up and you have an exclusive like Liliwanus, you're not using summons. You're using a whole lot of other heroes. They are terrible, and this is by far the worst. Okay, rant over. We're in Goblins 3-3. We've got Furbath giving us some heals, so the pet is taking damage, but the pet's kind of healing back right now. Not everybody's got gear on. I think they only have like 2 pieces of gear. That's fine though, because it wouldn't matter. Again, if you take this pet into any dungeon, you take AoE damage. From the Harpy, you take AoE damage. A lot of other bosses do continuous AoE damage. Higher Fae, higher pillars, your pet dies. This pet always dies. Look at it. It's like a little skinny chicken, and now it's dead. Even with Furbath giving it some heals, it is now dead. And there is no way it will ever come back. We've got gear on him to give him 100% chance to crit, so we'll have very stable damage numbers. The pet's going to crit as well. It's going to carry over to the pet. The AI is not good with this guy either. The 3x3 is going to center in whoever he's attacking. It's not going to actually do a 3x3 to where it can get 3 targets. Watch. 3x3 only hit the 2. It could have centered it around the one to the right so it could get 3 of the dummies and do more damage. So this is how poorly it's going to be when you're going through Goblin or just when you're fighting anything else. The AI for this targeting is bad. Not all heroes are like this, but there are a lot of other heroes inside Dragonheir that function this same way. So I can't really get mad at him that much. That's just the way it is. Sometimes some of these heroes just have really bad AI and there's nothing much we can do about it. Or we could put it on manual and we could do it ourselves and make sure that we hit more targets. Now, if you look at the pet right now, you can see the pet is not doing AoE damage. It says the basic ability does AoE. I've even tried to make it so the pet kind of goes inside there a little bit. Still, no additional damage. Only that one target gets damage. And at the end here, we're going to pull off a total of 2.4 mil. We're going to come over here to Eli now. Eli can obviously hit more targets if you wanted to. We're not restrained by bad AI with Eli. We just have to make sure we hit him in a row. But because he can easily hit 3, I'm going to put him far up there to where he'll only hit 2. So we'll have a good damage comparison. And Eli is going to put the exact same gear on. And we're going to make sure that Eli doesn't use his aura, his captain ability. So we brought in Horus with his HP captain ability. That's it. Eli's just going to do his damage. He's only going to hit those 2. Same thing that we did with Izzetarian, and we're going to end with 2.2 million. 200,000 short. Eli's a rare. We only have to use rare scrolls. We don't have to worry about our pet dying and then us going down to no damage. He also has 3 hits on his ultimate ability, so if you put the crown on or Witch's Remains, you've got 3 chances to apply decreased defense. Plus, he has a debuff of poison, and there's a lot of things that we've been focusing on lately that if you just even have a debuff up, it really helps out. So Eli's bringing a lot to the party, and he's a rare. There's lots of other rares. We could obviously bring in Sigrid and see how she does with single target damage, and you know what Sigrid does when there's debuffs out there. It's going to blow that epic away. Now, I don't expect that epic to compete with Sigrid. Not at all, because Sigrid is really a legendary, a rare legendary. But I do expect that epic to be able to resummon its pet. I expect its pet to be able to do AoE damage like it says it does. And then I expect the ultimate ability that it has to resummon the pet when it's dead. And I've said as much for so long in content creator chat, and now they just gave everybody that guy. So you can all level him up, use all your scrolls, and go out and have a blast and keep watching that chicken die and be like, oh shit, man, this is garbage. Why'd they give it to me? I don't know. It's crazy. Really crazy. Let me know your thoughts about this down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Appreciate your love and support. I will see you all in a video soon.